Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome to Going In Raw News Beef.
Brief.
Well, it's a beefier news brief.
It is.
So
It is. I thought there was an issue that I wasn't aware of.
we'll call it a news beef. So anyways, what's in the news?
Start out just like that, huh? All right, fair enough. Announced kind of in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
There's going to be a women's match at Crown Jewel, confirmed. WWE tweeted, breaking, as just announced by Michael Cole. Did he get the scoop on this, announcing it on Twitter before WWE did? Lacey Evans and Natalya will go one-on-one in the first ever women's match in Saudi Arabia tomorrow at Crown Jewel.
Was this, hold on a second. Yeah, what is, okay, 9 hours ago, which was 1:49 in the morning our time.
Yeah.
What time is that in Saudi Arabia?
Oh.
Did they just like do it for them?
Maybe. Well,
that
I mean, it's
could be.
also like, I don't know, 4:50 in the morning East Coast.
Yeah, that kind of makes some amount of sense because
Still really early.
yeah, 4 in the morning, which is like, yeah, even for, so it's probably in the afternoon Saudi Arabia time. That makes sense. All right, well, yeah, Michael Cole evidently went to the people of Saudi Arabia and said, this is happening now. So that's cool. That's good. Look,
Yes.
you know, they wanted to do it. They're doing it. Progress, all that good stuff. Although I guess this isn't the first time a women's match in wrestling has actually been presented in Saudi Arabia. I think, didn't like TNA do that at some point?
Maybe. I know there's, I think
It was like a Blue Man. No, not a Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, Cirque du Soleil is that performance.
It's all the same to me.
UFC had some fights.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if it's in Saudi Arabia though. Anyways,
But that's cool.
I mean, yeah, it's an accomplishment. They said
Yeah.
from the get-go that one of their goals was to make this happen. 4 shows into it, happen. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, no, totally.
That's good.
I mean, still a really like shady arrangement there, but
Yeah.
you know, not to take away from the accomplishment. That's good progress and all that stuff or whatever. But yeah, we're still not going to watch it. We're going to be doing a charity stream,
Correct.
For what is it? Extra Life.
Extra Life.
We're
Yeah.
going to do an Extra Life thing. I know everybody's doing it last weekend. We're going to do it this.
No, it's this upcoming weekend. Everybody's doing it. It's the second.
Oh, it is. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're kind of on. We're kind of there.
We're supposed to be
Okay.
a day early. It's the
Okay,
second.
cool.
This on Saturday they're doing the game day. I think it's called.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna do it the day prior.
Okay.
Because the second's a Saturday.
Cool.
Yeah.
Stephanie talked to Bleacher Report about the match.
Yeah.
And noted that, quote, it's been a part of our goal since day one-ish when we first announced our deal in Saudi Arabia. It's been a year and a half, and now we finally have this opportunity, this groundbreaking opportunity. We couldn't be more proud. You can either sit on the sidelines, us, and there are plenty of companies and brands that decide to do that, or you can be a part of a hopefully enacting change. You can be a part of progress. Nothing worthwhile is ever easy. It takes time. It takes perseverance. Now here we are with the first ever women's match in Saudi Arabia, and we're making a ton of money off it. It's mind-blowing.
That's editorial, the money part.
I edited the part.
It's
about
pretty
the
cool
money.
that this match is happening, but according to Steph, it may have come at the expense of another Evolution show. She said, quote, a lot of our focus has been having this particular match as part of this pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. More to come on Evolution, but it's most likely not going to happen in 2019.
She's like, nobody's paying us $40 million to put on Evolution, so we're not going to do that this year.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They really should have had this match happen at Crown Jewel, Natalya versus Lacey Evans, then SmackDown after. At the very least, make that like Evolution Part 2.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
I think that I mean, SmackDown obviously needs the ratings boost,
Yeah,
too.
that could have exactly. I was about to get to that. Could have
Big
been that could
special
have been a
event.
huge spotlight on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Advertise it as essentially Evolution 2. That could
Yeah.
have been something else.
I mean, if they're worried about ratings, you're not going to get any lower than you did this past week.
You can say that again.
That's for darn sure.
Say that
Anyways.
again.
So Crown Jewel is on Thursday.
Tomorrow.
And we're not going to watch it, but we'll predict it. We'll do predictions for it because
Sure,
why not, right?
That's part of our job, yeah.
First up, Battle Royal for the United States title opportunity later in the night.
That's on kickoff show.
Who you
It's
got?
20 participants. I have Humberto Carrillo with 1 confidence
Oh,
point.
he's going to get a rematch, huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
they can always, he kind of got the chop block midair, tapped out, fair and square, it was clean.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, AJ's a heel. Seems like there's got to be a face opponent. The only other real option in my mind was Cedric. They didn't really seem to be interested in pushing him, really,
Yeah.
which is a bummer because he's great.
Yeah.
Carrillo, on the other hand, I think there's a good chance that he wins this, gets the U.S. title shot against AJ later on the show. Humberto Carrillo, 1 confidence point.
I also have 1 confidence point, but I put it on Buddy Murphy. Carrillo had his shot. He'll get his shot here. They really seem high on him, which is cool. They also seem pretty high on Buddy Murphy, though.
Yeah.
So just in terms of the new matchup, and Buddy seems to be able to he's not like a true face, true heel or anything yet. So we'll see how that pans out. I'm going to go with Buddy Murphy, but I don't know. We're both probably wrong on that one.
That'd be a heck of a match.
The next
Buddy
one we're
versus
both
AJ.
going to be, it would be. The next one we're going to be completely correct about.
Oh, yeah. Mansoor taking on Cesaro.
Mansoor.
All confidence points.
Why
9.
delay? Dude, this guy, obviously, every single Saudi show, he kills it. He wins everything there. Why, kayfabe-wise, why the heck isn't he like on the main shows?
I don't understand.
He's like apparently their best wrestler.
I know.
He's their winningest wrestler.
Yeah, I know.
And yet they only wheel him out.
He's had
for
some
these
good
Saudi
matches on
Arabia
NXT,
shows.
too, the couple that he's had.
Yeah, sure. Those are usually losses, too.
Yeah, but he had a really good performance against Dijakovic.
Dijak. Yeah.
So, I don't know why. I don't know.
Kayfabe-wise, we don't know why. It's like we know why, like for realsies.
Yeah.
Just because, Anyways, Natalya versus Lacey Evans. I'm just saying, look, this is the first time they're a big deal about this. Number one, they need to tell Lacey, hey, we know that you love being in character when when the cameras aren't rolling too. Just dial it. You can't call people nasties. You can't call the crowd nasties in this case. Probably. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe she will. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, I got Lacey Evans winning.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, they were Natalya and Lacey Evans. Some people were upset because A, they've had like tons of matches before, and B, they were partners like 2 weeks ago. I don't feel like this is continuing their rivalry at all. This is them because they were partners a couple weeks back. Maybe now they're kind of friends-ish.
Yeah, no, I can see this being a spirit of competition.
Friendly rivalry match.
We're groundbreaking right here. Let's
Exactly.
go show them how it's done.
Exactly. Natalya's like won all the other matches, so give Lacey a win. 2 confidence points.
I'm going to say Lacey's probably going to be, maybe she will call people nasties. I don't know. I'm going to say Natalya's going to win this one too. That's generally how their matches go. I don't think they're going to stray too much far from that formula. And Natalya, I think, is probably just more of a face here. So I think the face is going to win in this first groundbreaking match. Next, Tag Team Turmoil will determine the best tag team on all the planet for the crown, the World Cup of tag teams.
Yeah.
It's totally going to be War Machine.
Yeah, it is. And every indication seems to be
Viking guys win this.
War Raiders. I got 5 confidence points.
Oh, you too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 5 also. We got 5.
We got 5
on
on it.
Next up is Braun versus Fury.
Tyson Fury is going to win this. I'm like, it's a bummer for Braun.
You think he's going to – one of the prop bets. We'll just get into the prop bet now.
Oh, yeah. The best way to protect Braun in this whole situation is to have Drew Gulak come out and interfere. So I got Tyson Fury winning due to Drew Gulak interference.
I'm going to say Tyson Fury wins. I only have 3 confidence points. Oh, you do? Okay. I got 3 confidence points on it. But here's the thing. It's going to be clean. Drew Gulak is not going to appear. Nobody even watches SmackDown, and so nobody really knows about Drew. I think the crowd would be confused. What's this guy doing out here? I think they don't care about keeping Braun strong. So
that's a bummer.
So I think Tyson Fury's going to win clean as a dream, man.
Yeah, maybe.
Didn't Mayweather beat Big Show clean?
Mm-hmm. Well,
oh, man, same thing.
The Big Show was already like a decade plus into his career, though.
Well, in terms of perception, so is Braun, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
Next, AJ Styles versus Battle Royal winner. Will Buddy Murphy beat AJ Styles, Steve?
No, man. Of course not.
Well, we got the same on everything.
Yeah, I know.
So far.
I know.
I don't believe Carrillo's going to win in this case either. AJ retains 6 confidence points for both of us.
Yeah, so this could come down to like the U.S. Battle Royal and then Lacey Evans and Natalya so far.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what you're going to say about this next one, though.
Seth Rollins versus The Fiend. Man, Seth's probably going to win this clean, and it's going to be kind of lame.
Yeah, my only hesitation here...
Dude, Bray Wyatt's going to be on Miz TV on SmackDown the next day.
Yeah,
if he's going to be Universal Champion, he can't. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
I have Seth winning... But Seth's been. I do. Do you feel like there's a Seth heel turn in the works here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be here, though.
He did a thing after Raw where he's like, people don't appreciate all the hard work I put into all this.
And then he was on that Fluff Piece podcast after the
we'll get to that
Bell.
later. Yeah. We'll get to that later.
So I have Seth with 2 confidence points.
I have 4 on Seth.
Yeah, I should probably have more, but I only have 2.
Next, Team Flair versus Team Hogan.
Hogan.
What you going to do when Team Hogan runs wild over you? Team Hogan wins 7 confidence points.
How many confidence points did I have for this one?
Oh, there's a prop bet I didn't include. Hold on.
I have, what do I got? 6? Oh, I have 8. 8 confidence points on this one. Hogan. 8 confidence points for Team Hogan.
All right.
By the way, if you're sitting here wondering, what are confidence points? If you're new to the confidence point thing, very, very quickly, you can actually Google confidence points in betting, and you can figure it out there too. But if you want the quick rundown, basically there are 9 matches.
9 matches.
So you sign the number of confidence points that indicates how confident you are in making that prediction. So, for example, we both feel Mansoor is a surefire win.
Yeah.
No, we have all the confidence in the world. So we take 9 confidence points and we assign it to that. Therefore, in the end, you add up how many points for the matches you got right.
And that's who wins predictions.
Team
Hogan, I got 7, you got 8.
I got 8.
Finally, will probably be the main event. Brock Lesnar taking on Cain Velasquez. Brock's going to win this.
Yeah, Brock is totally going to win this, and I have, I think, 7
You'll have
confidence
7,
points.
I have 8.
Okay, so yeah, we're the same as the Team Hogan team.
Yes.
Okay.
A couple prop bets. We talked about the Drew one already. Who's going to get the win for Team Hogan?
Oh, Roman.
Yeah.
Of course it's Roman.
Roman.
That's why he didn't get the win on the smaller Team Hogan match on SmackDown.
Yeah. And finally, we already talked about the Drew one. Finally, is Ric Flair going to take a bump?
Yes, sir. I hope it all comes down to this because you're going to say no.
Did you see Hogan meeting fans in Saudi Arabia? He had to walk with a crutch.
That doesn't matter. I'm not saying he's going to do a leg drop. Well, leg drop, you need to take a bump for a leg drop anyways, but you can do that with a crutch. Yeah.
Hogan's not taking any bumps.
You think Hogan is not a master of the game?
He's not taking any bumps.
He's going to take that.
This isn't a question about Hogan. I think it's Hogan definitely isn't. It's whether Flair is. Because here's the thing.
Doesn't matter what you say.
In people's minds, when Ric Flair, the prospect of seeing Ric Flair and they're in any sort of action, people are going to want to tune in. And so if he says, "Oh yeah, I'm cleared for action.
Yeah.
I can take a bump. I'm medically cleared."
Yeah.
Whether that's true or not is going to people think, "Oh, maybe Flair's going to get involved. That's exciting.
Yeah.
I might be more likely to tune in." He's selling the show.
Right.
He's not teasing that he's actually going to do anything. Because I have a hard time believing that he's actually going to do anything.
That's fine. He's going to bump. The only question is it going to be a flat back bump, or is he going to have one hand on the rope when he falls?
Oh, he's going to have one hand on the rope. He's smart about it.
So, wait, is that a yes then?
No,
that's still a bump.
I'm going to be consistent.
As long as you admit that that's a bump.
I'm going to be consistent. If anything from his rear end upwards hits the mat, it's a bump.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
If it's a knee, no. Knee is not a bump. If he takes a knee, that's not a bump.
Okay, well, hold on a second. If he takes a knee, would he have been stricken? Would he have been struck?
Sure. But I don't consider that a bump because you're not putting any real impact on your body.
I guess my general point is there is going to be a physical altercation between Hogan and Flair.
There's not going to be no. Anyways,
that's my thing.
I mean, him saying that, is it more likely to happen? Yes, probably. However, I got to be consistent with what I've been saying the entire time.
That's good.
Because it's more fun that way.
Yeah, sure.
I'm saying no bump for Flair.
Fair enough. I say physical altercation, yes, bump.
They might tease it. Drew gets involved. Separates them.
All right.
On to other news. There is you mentioned After the Bell, the Corey Graves WB sponsored produced
puff piece
podcast. Even though he's hitting the hard hitting
puff piece or fluff piece. It's puff piece.
I think either is
puff piece.
I think either's fine.
It's all fluff, but it's a puff piece.
Sure. So on the debut episode, Corey Graves, amongst other guests, had Triple H on and asked him about the possibility of more main roster stars going to NXT when they're kind of between storylines or taking a hiatus from the main roster, is what Triple H had to say. And the transcripts for this are courtesy of Ringside Seats. Steve,
Cage-side seats.
Sorry, yes. What did I say, Ringside Seats?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, definitely Cage-side seats.
He said, I do, yeah. I think now is the sort of the template of whatever is on the table. What does that mean? I think now this is the sort of template of whatever is on the table.
I think he's referring to Finn.
I think that if you look at the roster, there are going to be times when they're like, look, until the next draft comes or whatever, this talent is here, but they've kind of worked with everybody, and we're going to finish up this program with them, and then we almost kind of inherently need to sit them down for 3 months or 6 months or whatever that is just to clear this up so we can get to this other side, and when we do the switch, it's new again. What is he even talking about? Great. Give them to me. I'll take them. You mentioned the territories. I'll take them. Here's the window, and here's what I'm going to do with you in that window. For the most part, barring all the other things that could happen, it's a cool opportunity. Wow. So I think probably with Triple H, when he talks, you sort of need his cadence.
You do.
And his, because I think it's probably a bit more understandable. I think what he's saying is, obviously, if they don't know what to do with him on main roster,
if they don't have anything storyline,
he can do something with them.
Yes, send him to me. Let me know how much time I got with them. I can come up with a storyline for him before you have something else for him on the main roster.
The thing that you can really, might be a huge stretch, is Finn Balor. Will he be there for 3 months or 6 months? Like, is he sort of insinuating, not consciously necessarily, but if he's talking about Finn, is he thinking about the Finn situation and kind of applying that to this answer, saying that there's a possibility that we have Finn for 3 months or 6 months?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say those are necessarily the windows per se. I think specifically he was asked about Finn and whether that was, we could expect more of that. I don't know if I would say, based on this answer, we could expect Finn in NXT for 3 to 6 months. Who knows? I think he's just probably pulling numbers out to use a general idea of what the windows might be.
I wonder, I guess the general idea of a limited window, I don't believe that Finn's going to be there in perpetuity. He's going to be there in 2023.
No.
But, I wonder if this is a situation where it's, well, we don't have anything for Finn right now, but you can have him for X number of months. Yeah. The good thing...
Probably until Mania season.
In this case, you're probably right. In this case, the good thing about Vince is he doesn't know what he wants to do day to day.
No. Pretty much anybody.
So, yeah, maybe he'll just, and then at some point, probably when they're in the middle of an amazing feud to pay off a long-term storyline, Vince will say, hey, I need Finn back.
I want Finn for Mania.
He's going to go right back to where he was.
He's going to be smiling babyface.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know who this Prince person is, but I want Finn.
All right, man, here it is. It's the first segment of the first time we're going to review NWA Power.
Yeah, it was the first time I watched it.
Larson's first time you watched NWA Power. First impressions.
The presentation's cool. It's a throwback. I get that. There's modern amenities, high definition cameras and such.
Yeah. Doesn't part of you really want you to go for? Really want someone to go for?
I kind of do, but I really like how they lit it so everything pops.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And you see everything. I like how it's all set up. It's close quarters in there. There's a couple times where I think in the tag match, the Eddie Kingston one, like someone had to squeeze by the ring post and camera. There's about 6 inches of clearance there.
Yeah.
So it is obviously tight quarters in GBP Studios over there in Atlanta.
Yeah.
There's some combination of those three letters. Yeah. The interview setup's great. I love all the production stuff. Mm-hmm. Like the graphics are great.
They're great.
All the little fake commercials are great.
Those are awesome.
Hilarious. That one with the waffles especially was good.
It's pretty awesome.
Was it waffles and tire irons? Mm-hmm. That one was good.
I like kayfabe cocktails.
That was good too. The video package for Thunder Rosa was cool.
Yeah, it was really neat.
Really well done.
Yeah.
I like they used Dawkins for the theme song. It's
pretty great.
You'd think, well, it's a Billy Corgan thing. They'd bust out, I don't know, something off Siamese Dream. No,
man.
You get 80s hair metal.
He wants what he saw when he was a kid.
There's a lot to like. It's throwback. We see AEW quite often throwing back to prime WCW. This is throwing back to something way earlier than that. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of like. Yeah, that's about it. It's fun. It's breezy.
Yeah,
they get a lot in an hour. Part of me would like to see some of the matches breathe a little bit.
They pack a lot into an hour. Mm-hmm.
But I guess, that gives you a reason to watch the pay-per-views when they happen.
One thing that I actually kind of appreciate about NWA right now is that they're not actively, and this is not a knock on anybody, they're not necessarily going after anybody who can give you like an automatic 5-star match that has to go 20 minutes. They do their match, they tell their story, and they get out of there. And they move on to the next thing. And I kind of appreciate that about it.
It works for the studio type show, yeah.
And on top of that, I don't know how often their pay-per-views are going to be. They're probably taking it step at a time.
The next one's in December. They advertise it during the show.
It's Into the Fire. Or Into the Fire emoji, depending on how you interpret how they're titling
song.
it. Yeah. Yeah. But like when they actually show the name of the pay-per-view, it's just Into the, and then it's fire emojis.
2 fire emojis, yeah.
I imagine the matches are going to breathe a bit more at the pay-per-views.
Yeah, I would suspect.
But on TV, it just kind of feels nice to do something that's boom, 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 boom. I really love the interview setups because I think that even by like the second segment of tapings, the second episode, people are having fun with it. They were getting it. They were understanding it. They've got some people who can cut some really good, like the Trevor Murdoch promo I thought was really good. Eddie Kingston could do no wrong in my mind. I think he's just terrific.
Yeah, he's a great talker.
That's what they seem to have gone after his personalities.
I really enjoyed Aaron Stevens' Tropical Pirates little movie trailer. That was pretty funny.
It's great stuff.
There's a lot of it'd be interesting to see, come their second or third round of tapings, how the show evolves and when it finally takes us. I mean, it seems pretty fully formed now, but I imagine it'll evolve and they'll learn through subsequent tapings what works, what doesn't, what needs to improve, what to focus on more, what to focus on less.
That's one thing that you have. That one thing that I took away from this, which is really impressive, is just how fully formed it was from episode 1. I mean, we're still in the first batch of tapings right now, but like from the first batch of tapings, there was a clear vision here.
Yeah.
And it's not, I mean, it's really easy to say, oh, they're just taking, like, all you have to do is watch an old episode of NWA. It ain't that easy, man. It's not that easy. Everything from the camera angles, the cameras on the ground, the interview setup, all that stuff.
Aesthetically, it seemed fully formed from the
very beginning, which is not easy to do.
Yeah.
So anything they're going to do at this point is just sort of tinkering, I would think.
Yeah.
It would be it is going to be. You're right. It's going to be interesting. The next set of tapings, what they're going to tweak. I don't think there's a lot they need to. This is really cool stuff.
Yeah, it's fun. Show kicked off with some recap packages, and then we get an interview segment where James Storm comes up to the interview desk. He is the national champion. Recently defeated Colt Cabana for said title, yes.
Yeah, speaking of the recap segments, as somebody who is just coming into this on the 4th episode, the recap...
Oh, you brought me up to speed, like the first one about Tim Storm and how he lost his match against Aldis, and now he can't challenge for the NWA title again.
And it was all of 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Yeah.
But it gets enough... I liked it because, especially for Tim Storm's story, you had him talking about his mom. You had Eli Drake in there trying to... Is Eli Drake just kind of like a troublemaker? That's kind of the feeling I got. Because like he was in Tim Storm's ear, being like, "Hey, you can lose and it's fine."
So I
and
get
then in
the
his opening
feeling
segment, he's just trying to create problems between everybody.
He's a bit of an Eddie Haskell.
Okay.
From Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah.
If you ever watched that show.
I don't think I have in about 35 years, but I understand the reference.
Everybody knows Eddie Haskell, right?
Yeah.
Oh, gee golly. He sort of gives people the business.
Yeah.
That's his deal.
Well, he likes to be the straw that stirs the drink.
He pumps them up, but then he also needles them.
Yes.
He puts things in their mind. Yeah.
Because it's opening segment. So here, James Storm, he walks in the interview desk, talking about being national champion. He wants a title shot against Nick Aldis because I guess the national title is kind of like Money in the Bank or Gift of the Gods. You're national champion. You're number one contender for the world title.
Well, here's the thing that I like about it is that there's no set definition for it beyond, because Storm has even mentioned this. This is a stepping stone. And I like that these promos, these promos really do set things up.
Yeah.
They mean stuff. You know, it's not just coming out and blowing a bunch of hot air.
No. So in walks Colt Cabana. He says he wants another shot at the national title. The previous match, he had a leg issue. He's now full strength. He wants a rematch to get his title back. In walks Eli Drake, and then there he is. He's stirring the pot, getting people's ears. Nick Aldis comes in too. Storm's complaining about not getting a title shot. Colt Cabana wants his title shot. Eli's there stirring the pot. And then it's proposed that they have a tag match. If Colt and Team Aldis wins, Colt gets the title shot against Storm.
Yeah.
If James Storm teams wins, then Storm gets a world title shot. But before that happens, he has to vacate the national title.
Yeah. You got to put some on the line also.
Yeah, he said you can't just walk into this match
with nothing to lose.
Yes.
Yeah. That was good stuff. After that, we had a Trevor Murdoch interview. It started out with a Trevor Murdoch interview where he talks about everything he has to do, he has to work for. And then, honestly, my favorite guy in NWA shows up.
Oh, Josephus talking about shapeshifters.
I freaking love this guy.
Funny.
I didn't know a whole, like, I saw a little bit of, like, a year ago when they were first starting to do the 10 pounds
They were
of gold
doing
stuff.
there was a title program between Aldis and Josephus, wasn't there? Yeah.
Josephus looked different back
I
then.
think his
or
hair was
something.
longer.
Yeah, maybe. He looks like an old school NWA guy now.
Yeah, so is Trevor Murdoch.
Oh, he firmly does. But Josephus has that face and has those eyes, which are so charismatic. Mm-hmm. You can't not want to hear this guy talk.
Yeah.
He's so good and has such a natural charisma.
He seemed like he could really be a cult leader.
He really does.
Yeah.
He kind of has a Nick Offerman vibe.
He does a little bit.
And you can't look away from that guy. You really can't. I think he's fantastic.
Yeah,
so
he's real
anyways, they set up a match. Before the match, Josephus rolls up behind Murdoch as he's, strutting towards the ring, throws him into the...
Oh, part of the thing, too, sorry before I interrupt, the part about the Trevor Murdoch thing, he was talking about how he didn't think... Because Josephus apparently used powder in a match and was supposed to be suspended for 45 days, and Trevor Murdoch's like, no, it's fine, don't suspend him for that.
Instead, get him in the ring with me.
Yes, exactly. So the match happens. It's pretty quick. Josephus goes to the tights, tries to get the powder out of a Ziploc bag. Instead, Murdoch hits it up, sets powder in Josephus' eyes. Murdoch hits the second rope bulldog for the win.
After that, we had Aaron Stevens. Of course, used to be Damian Sandow. Aaron Stevens, whose gimmick now is kind of just like he's a pompous actor guy.
Yeah, he doesn't want anybody to look at him.
Right, no eye contact.
Yeah,
is his gimmick. He is really fun playing with the crowd.
Yeah,
he really knows how to play with the crowd.
I kind of miss
during his interviews.
In Impact. Didn't he have like flesh-colored tights for a bit?
Yeah, he was doing like a Liberace thing, which was hilarious, which was really fun stuff. By the way, new Impact champion, Sami Callihan.
I saw that.
Yeah. And then Ricky Starks comes out to basically sort of challenge him.
Yeah.
He wants him to kiss his hand, I guess. And then he slaps the crap out of him and does the old line, "You talk too much."
Yeah.
So that sets up a match later.
Yeah. Next, no DQ match between you got Eddie Kingston and Homicide taking on the Dawsons.
Yeah. What did you think of the Dawsons?
I mean, this match was so short. I can't say I'm still terribly familiar with them.
Yeah.
But they're fine.
Yeah, they're good. They had, I think, like a couple of squash matches, or at least one squash match, one normal match, I think.
Match is going as you would pretty much expect. It's kind of an all-out brawl all over the place. And the wild cards come out. That's Royce Isaacs and Thomas Latimer.
I just know him as Bram.
Brom, that's right.
Brom,
that's right. I can't remember if he was Brom or Braxton Sutter. I can't remember.
Yeah.
So they come out. So Latimer hits one of the Dawsons with his belt.
Yes.
And then Royce Isaacs gets in the ring and then drops Eddie Kingston with a DVD on a pile of chairs and takes the other Dawson and puts him on top of Kingston to get the win for the Dawsons.
Yeah.
And the implication of this match is whatever team would win, they'd probably get a leg up in terms of getting a tag title opportunity.
So evidently the wild cards would prefer that opportunity go to the Dawsons.
Yes.
Eddie Kingston and Homicide. Maybe they don't want to mess with them. I mean, Eddie Kingston did, if I'm not mistaken, run over a child with a car.
Impact, yeah.
Back in Impact. You don't want to mess with that.
And his partner's name is Homicide. You kind of know what to expect, you know?
Right, exactly.
After that, we had a Marty Bell interview. She's talking about it being Allison Kay's best friend.
She had an Allison Kay shirt on. What a mark.
I know. That was a cool looking shirt, too.
It was a great looking shirt, yeah. Gold.
And saying, despite them being best friends, she still wants a title opportunity.
Yeah.
And then, so the match was Ashley Vox versus Marty Bell. Before the match began, Allison Kay shows up at the interview booth and kind of says, "Yeah, Marty, you're my best friend. Ashley, yeah, I don't think either you're really ready."
I'll be honest with you, man. I'm not sure if I'd have the heart or the nerve to say that to you.
I know.
If I'm champion and you're in there and you're about to fight, Larson, I love you, man. I don't think you're ready. That's messed up.
It is.
How do you say that to somebody?
I know, but that's effective writing, good character work.
It is. And she said, "I'm going to be at ringside, keeping an eye on you guys."
Yeah. Wasn't Marty Bell's night. She lost via jackknife cover to Ashley Vox. Afterwards, Thunder Rosa. This is kind of like the only kind of awkward bit. Thunder Rosa comes to the ring, and then there's like a heavy beat playing while she's in the ring.
So it was the music that played during her
her package.
Yeah, so it's like her theme music.
But it sounded not piped into the venue. It sounded like we watching it would hear it on YouTube, but not live. Yeah. It sounded like it just sounded, I don't know. It sounded too loud. It was too loud. Yeah. It wasn't motivated.
Who was she? She was facing off against Marty Bell.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because she had just lost, so she was still in the ring. Was that right, or was she?
I thought it was between Ashley Vox and Thunder Rosa.
That's what it was. Okay, okay. Yeah. I forgot who Thunder Rosa was confronting. It was Ashley Vox. So she's probably going to have to get through Thunder Rosa in order. But okay. But I feel you on that. It felt kind of awkward. And then Ashley Vox was like, "Screw, I'm out of here."
Yeah, because I don't think anybody else had like entrance music or anything.
No, nobody has entrance music.
Okay, see, that's another thing. It just, I don't know, from a production standpoint, it felt a little awkward, but it wasn't like anything wrong with it. I got it. I understand what they were trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
They're trying to build up some tension via the music, but it seemed a little awkward. Anyways, next, Ricky Starks taking on Aaron Stevens. This is, I believe they said this was Aaron Stevens' first in-ring action.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Didn't go his way. At the end, Ricky acted like he was going to slap Aaron Stevens again. Aaron Stevens basically cowered in utter terror, and that allowed Ricky Starks to roll him up for the win.
Mm-hmm. And at the end, Aaron Stevens just kept on saying no while the crowd chanted yes.
No, yes, back and forth repeatedly. And then finally, the main event became a 6-man tag match. It was Colt Cabana, Nick Aldis, and then Ken Anderson.
Mr.
Anderson. Taking on James Storm and the Wild Card. So all the belts were in the ring.
All the belts.
All the belts. Mm-hmm. This was a really fun match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was. It was totally cool. Colt Cabana. I had never seen a Superman pin before, but holy crap, it's awesome.
It looks fun.
It does. Everything Colt Cabana does looks fun.
It's true.
But he yells Superman and flies over a guy and gets his...
It's like a jackknife cover, but you're using your ankles to pin the other person's feet on top of him, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That was awesome.
It's pretty cool.
I'm very happy that there is a weekly venue for Colt Cabana to be on TV wrestling. Mm-hmm. I am very happy about that.
Same.
I mean, honestly, I can say that about everybody on here. I even like it. You didn't see it, but like I think it was 2 weeks ago, Colt Cabana unveiled his mystery partner for a tag match, and it was Ken Anderson, Mr. Anderson. And even that, like, I've never been a Mr. Anderson fan, but even that, he seemed like he was having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the main thing about Power, is that everybody seems like they're having fun.
I know.
You know?
I know.
It's really cool to watch.
It's a good time to be a wrestling fan because there's something for everybody. Speaking of which, AEW and NXT previews, kicking things off. World Tag Team Tournament Finals. This is AEW, by the way. Lucha Brothers versus SCU for Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix. This one's about adding. I cut these down a lot too, man.
I know. Let's just talk.
I'll do the last paragraph. Has add bonus in honor of their status as one of the absolute greatest tag teams in the history of professional wrestling, and handpicked by the Young Bucks for the occasion. Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson will be in the house. Present the winner of the tournament with championship titles. That'll be exciting.
They're also featured in NWA.
Yep.
So they're man.
Yep.
It's like a Rick Rude situation.
They're everywhere.
One show and then another show. After that, Full Gear.
Oh, sorry. Who's going to win? Lucha Bros or SCU? I feel like it's kind of has to be SCU. They got to do it for Daniels, man.
My gut's going with SCU. It really is.
Yeah.
Scorpio Sky's awesome. Full Gear AEW World Title Match contract signing.
I'll be honest. I'm kind of bummed they're doing a contract signing. That seems like a convention that's brought up from WWE.
I have faith that they'll make it fun.
They'll try to find a way to subvert the usual tropes.
Yes,
I agree with that. But when I first read that, I was kind of like,
Yeah. Let's see here. Wednesday night will become official. The two men meet in the center of the ring to put pen to paper, sign their names. They don't even mention here that the news broke, yesterday or 2 days ago, that there's going to be 3 judges at ringside. We don't know who they are. And if this match goes to 60 minutes, goes to a time limit draw, the judges will decide. God, I hope it doesn't go 60 minutes. I really don't want to watch an hour-long match.
That seems kind of long. I know.
Keep it going, man. Keep it going.
Anyways, this concludes. This has all the elements of a combustible situation. The question is, will it blow up in West Virginia like it did in Pittsburgh?
I'm done with the preview. That's the preview. I did the preview my way.
Contain until AEW
get the next
Charm
one.
City. Okay, 6-man tag match. Got Kip Sabian and the Hybrid 2. That's Jack Evans and Angelico. Taking on the Elite. The Elite. Apparently, essentially, Kip Sabian says he wants to be on Dynamite. He's got partners, so it's happening. They mentioned the Elite finally winning some matches last week. Will the momentum of the Elite roll on as we head towards Baltimore on November 9th, or will the nascent trio of the Hybrid 2 and Kip Sabian snag the upset victory live on their Dynamite debuts? Probably not going to happen. The Elite go over.
Yeah, but you know what? Much to the points you've been making about this kind of thing, this is a good, solid win for the Elite. They're going to win this.
Yeah.
But I like that there's a story going into basically a jobber. You know, it's their jobbers. You know? I like that.
Try and make an impact with their debut match.
Next, Sammy Guevara takes on Hangman Page. Inner Circle versus the Elite. Let's see here. Will the rest of Guevara's group, the Inner Circle, play into this battle, or will he go it alone to continue to prove to the world that he deserves to be in the best wrestler in the world conversation? Well, there's one person making that conversation. That's Sammy Guevara. He is terrific, though.
He's good.
This should be one heck of a match. Adam Page definitely needs to start adding some wins to that column.
They say here in the preview, now Page has a chance to redeem the defeat, last week or 2 weeks ago, and stand up for his Elite brethren in this bout, but his fans keep seeing, and they have a latest episode of Being the Elite.
Which we'll review also on the AEW, in the AEW review.
The connection between Page and the rest of the Elite appears to be strained at best.
Yeah.
NXT time.
Finn Balor to explain his actions. He's been explaining it left and right. He was on Backstage. He was on...
He talked to TMZ.
He talked to TMZ.
Somebody else, too. Sports Illustrated?
Yeah, and Sports Illustrated, yeah.
He said the Prince is back. That's all you really need to know.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Are there any... yeah, no, that's it. Okay, then next.
Tegan Knox, Dakota Kai challenge for WB Women's Tag Team Champions, or challenge the Kabuki Warriors after their victory over Shafir and Duke. Oh, we know that.
Don't need all that. Kabuki Warriors going to
plan to win. Will Kabuki Warriors prediction come true? Because they said that Knox and Kai had no chance. Or will Knox and Kai prove them wrong, capture the Women's Tag Team Championships? Oh, the Kabuki Warriors totally going over. Asuka and Kairi Sane retain.
Who eats the mist?
Dakota Kai.
What kind of reception does Asuka get? Huge one, right?
I would hope so.
Huge one.
She's an NXT legend.
Should be. Huge one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Dakota Kai is going to get the mist, take the mist, and get the loss.
You know who I'd love to see get the mist? Kyle.
Yeah.
What if they go to him beforehand? It's like, hey, Kyle, you cool? Take some mist.
Sure.
We'll give you an NXT T-shirt.
Sure.
Oh man, he'd be all about it.
That'd be funny.
After that, that'd be shocking.
It would be shocking.
This should be killer. Tyler Bate goes one-on-one with Cameron Grimes. Of course, they had a confrontation on NXT last week where Cameron Grimes got to meet Bam and Bop, or whatever he calls them.
Yeah, Bop and Bam.
And it concludes here. The preview does. Will Bate teach Grimes a lesson in respect, or will the technical savage cave Bate in on his way to victory?
That's what they call his finisher, the cave-in, I think.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, that's a good name because that move looks vicious.
Candice LeRae and Io Shirai renew their rivalry. The last time these two clashed in singles action was at TakeOver Toronto in a grueling grudge match that had the NXT Universe on the edge of their seats. Shirai walked out of that battle victorious. Will history repeat itself, or will Candice LeRae even the score against her former best friend? This match is going to be awesome.
This is gonna be killer, but I feel like Io, they still have Io on this momentum thing.
Yeah,
and Candice is sort of start and stop.
I know.
Like she had her title shot, didn't win. And then finally, Keith Lee and Matt Riddle team up to battle.
Why is it not Keith Lee and Dijakovic? They were like basically shook hands on it on Twitter.
I'm glad. No, man,
no.
Keith Lee responded and said, "I'd rather go with somebody I trust."
Oh, okay, I didn't see that part.
He said, "You're great, but I'd rather go with somebody I trust."
That tweet. I saw his tweet. I saw Dijakovic's tweet. I thought that was that.
Oh man, Keith Lee said,
"Oh man, Dijakovic's gonna come here and cost them this match." Then.
Yeah, what a great opportunity. Dijak wanted to do this. He's
know.
been watching the show. Top Notch has been watching the show. He knows how much I want to see that pairing.
Yeah, not gonna happen, Steve. Sorry.
Yet, the fact that he said, "Hey, let me ask you something."
I don't know. I kind of feel like Keith Lee just threw plenty of cold water on that.
Yeah, maybe. I hope not. Anyways, trust is earned, Dijak.
Yes.
Maybe Dijak comes in and helps them. This isn't a title shot, is it?
No.
Okay. Dijak comes in and helps them. And Keith Lee's like, "I trust thee. My trust for you now is limitless."
Or it's limited. See if you can earn it enough to become limitless.
And he's like, "Feast your eyes on my trust."
Yes.
Cool.
Feast your eyes on my trustworthiness.
There you go. Anyways, that was way too much of a news beef, man. There was too much beef.
That was great,
there.
man.
Anyways,
It's a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on these days.
we got to start. We got to kill these AEW NXT previews, and it'd be like 5 minutes max.
All right.
NWA Power is its own thing.
Okay.
Like a good 12-minute review show.
All right.
On its own. News brief. 12 minutes.
All right.
Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Oh, I got to turn the thing on.
You got to do the thing.